Feeling confused. That is the topic of today's video. I don't know if I'm going to upload this. For me, it just helps me personally to just let it all out to no one, just this lens in front of me. But I also enjoy listening to other people's ramblings and really relate to other people from all over the world that I listen to in podcasts and videos that I'm watching. So I'd like to contribute my own as well. A lot of potential changes have come about and I haven't taken them, and I have been unsure and I've been doubting myself and I've been fearful, and in the end I haven't taken the leap, and I feel a bit disappointed in myself. But then also I want to trust my gut and think, okay, if it didn't feel right, then I shouldn't have done it, so it's okay. And I don't know if it's to do with the pandemic that I'm feeling really fearful of absolutely any change. I hate being stuck in this apartment all the time, and I feel like I'm so ready for a change, but then when anything comes about, I freak the hell out and I just retreat back into my apartment. Oh. I have been having a dream for a long time of having a place in the countryside. I'm aiming for some sort of outdoor space to maintain, safeguard a little slice of nature. Pure joy is only felt in real nature. And I find that in Berlin, as beautiful as it is, you can hardly go anywhere where there's no people. Like, I couldn't, if I needed to clear my head, I mean, I guess I could go to a forest. But even then, like on a sunny day at the weekend, it will still be pretty crowded with like families and stuff. I haven't found somewhere that's like a retreat. And so I've been yearning for this and fantasizing and imagining. And that's what I feel like I spend the majority of my days doing, dreaming. And someone dreams when they're not content with their present day. And I don't feel like I am, but I don't know how to change it, because I flip between thinking, oh, I should be grateful for what I have. You know, I'm so privileged and lucky to have an apartment in Berlin, but I'm always wanting more. I'm always thinking, what's the next thing? What could be better? Or I'll be happy when I get this, or when I'm at that place. I just feel like once I get the next thing, I still won't be happy. And when is it going to stop? I mean, I guess that is the point of a life, of to experience new things and to find new pleasures. I'm now so obsessed with sun orientation, weather, climate, spaces, buildings, like living spaces, and how people interact with their surroundings and what effect that has on someone. Also just in general nature and how incredible it works naturally if we don't touch it, if we don't do anything, how it just works as an ecosystem. We should really listen to nature and see that we don't need to intervene as much as we think. We need to let it happen. And while I work doing a commercial job that I don't feel helps anyone, the only thing that's been getting me through is saving my money. But then I think, what am I saving my money for? I don't want to buy more shit. What do I want? And I came to the conclusion that I'd like to buy a piece of land and just carry on renting in the city when I need to be here, because I see that investment as it's like securing and safeguarding land, maintaining it, looking after it, letting it flourish, and in return reaping loads of benefits from that. So that was my aim. But then this brings me to my other concept that I've been thinking of for a while, a sense of belonging. When you come from a mixed background, mixed heritage, I'm sure lots of other people feel this with like dual nationality, or what is it called, trio nationality or more. Where is home? You know, you might not feel connected to the place where you grew up because your family isn't from there and you don't really connect to the culture And yet when you go to a place where your family is from, in some regard you do connect to it, but you're very different and you don't fully feel like you're from there either.
We are the same stem with different leaves. We are the same love with different means. We're the same heart with different dreams. So where are you from originally?
So I'm also wondering, okay, where would that land be? Where would that house be? And I had the opportunity to have a house in nature. What I'd been working towards did come about. And in that moment when it was possible and I received the yes, sale agreed, I changed my mind. Because it didn't feel like it was the right decision anymore. Mainly because of the location. And I was doubting, is that the one? It would have needed a lot of work and a lot of time and energy and to make that commitment and then realize, oh wait, this isn't home. It scared me too much, and maybe I should delve into why certain places don't feel like home. And this brings me back to my obsession with weather and sun and climate, because I definitely feel at home in places where the climate is like hot and dry. I am from England, so as in I was born in England, and the climate there is pretty wet. You can easily get condensation or mold, and the same in Ireland as well, which is where I have ancestry as well. And I do have sensitivities to mold, and this is what I've really realised. Places I've lived in the past where I've been sick and not felt myself, I've realised that all those places have been damp. I'm a cold person, like I get very cold hands and feet, my circulation is really bad, I get like joint flare-ups from going from cold to hot, and I'm very clicky. Ooh, where was I going with this? Yeah. Moving to Germany, Berlin, where the weather is way more constant in terms of like hot summers.
Dollar. It's not tucked in.
Cold winters, but dry. And only when I came to Germany is when I started to really heal, and my hormones were balanced and my acne cleared up and my stress levels went down. And I'm attributing that partly to the weather and the climate here, which suits my background, which is Serbian. The weather here is quite similar to Serbia, and perhaps that is my natural climate that I feel at ease and well with. Therefore, I'm considering, where is home? Where do I feel healthy? Where does it feel right? Does this resonate with any of you? I'm wondering if other people have this sort of connection to the location and environment that they're in, that sometimes it just doesn't feel right if your heritage isn't from that place. I know people live globally all over the world, but is it a thing that maybe it's not the best place for you? I do know people who are from England and Ireland who feel way more at ease in like cold weather, and they really struggle in the heat. So it's not just like everyone loves the sun. There are some people who actually don't really enjoy being overheated. It's June, it's 2021. We've had over a year of nothing, and we're kind of coming out of it now, ready for a change, but also, in my eyes, terrified of change and confused about what's next. Why am I sitting in this comfortable position even though it brings me pain? Why don't I take the big leap? How do I take the big leap? Anyone else? So yeah, that's what's on my mind. You can't waste time, like you've got to live your life. And I keep on telling myself, like, I literally have one life, I am going to die. And I think that is a very humbling thing to think, because then you're thinking, why am I wasting time doing this bullshit? I am going to die. Do I want to remember all the times I was sitting at a desk in front of a laptop working for somebody else? Or do I want to think, yeah, I took some risks, but I really lived my life? But I feel like the system traps you, because for me personally, having a full-time job is security, and there are many benefits that the government give you. Obviously, there's people who are self-employed and freelancers who weigh up the decisions and think, no, this is better for me. And I would be inclined to go that way at some point, but there is the fear, and it's taken over me, and I don't want to let it. But how to exit the system that is so protective of you, but also so harming, I don't know. Do let me know if any of you are feeling similar things, have felt the same way and made changes for the better. Take care and trust that all will be well. That's what I keep telling myself. Everything will be good. Whichever direction, it will all work out for me. Affirmations. Okay, good night.